The next question comes from my friend Bülent, Mr. Yes. Sergei.
Actually, about the role of the Turkey, my question, Serkan. And, Sergei, as you know, as we follow this world, especially in recent years, especially in the Islamic world, there are many changes, there are uprising and movements in the Islamic world. And we can see that people are seeking for change and democracy. We see in the Middle East and Islamic world. And what will be the role of Turkey in achieving success and peace in the Middle East? What is the role of Turkey in the Middle East?
Well, I personally think that Turkey plays a pivotal, a cardinal role in this region for many reasons. For historical reasons, from geographical reasons, from cultural reasons, and from foreign policy reasons recently too, and even for the reasons that Turkey cannot become part of European Union. That also increases indirectly the role of Turkey as a country of its own center of gravity in the region. And I know about the zero problems with neighbors policy. I think it's absolutely great, and I think Turkey should be applauded at least for trying to do that and openly proclaiming that, because I think all countries should do that. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to avoid problems. But as an example, we could see, for instance, the relationship of Turkey with Russia. Yes, all of you know the history, and all of you know how many wars have been between Turkey and Russia in the past 2 centuries. And I would say the relationship with Russia, Turkish Russia right now, probably it's sometimes it's better than Turkey and the United States, even though Turkey and the United States are part of the same military political alliance, NATO. So that tells if you use diplomacy, and Turkish diplomacy, by the way, I admire the Turkish diplomacy. The Turkish diplomats I met, they're extremely good. And I know many ambassadors, and I really admire them. So I think the Turkish diplomacy and Russian diplomacy could find a way how to deal and peacefully increase the cooperation in many areas. It's in commerce, it's energy, even Russia is part of many Turkish initiatives like Black Sea 4, BSEC, etc. So this is a great example of what Turkey can do, especially with such a volatile region as Middle East.
Yes. Jerry?
And yeah, and hopefully Turkey, I think that Turkey is the right way, but Turkey cannot deal with so many problems around it. Iran, Kurds, dealing with other issues.
Syria.
But I think, yeah, Syria too. So, and I worry a little bit about the development on the Syrian-Turkish border, because Turkey doesn't need war. This is very clear. And Turkey doesn't want to be pulled into this war. And I think Turkey does whatever it can peacefully just to avoid that.
Exactly, yes. Jerry, you have any comment on that?
Yeah, well, you know, the way that Turkey goes about, as was just said here, the diplomacy that Turkey employs, I think could be a model for the rest of the world, really, because they're more open to talks than a lot of countries are, and where they are situated geopolitically, they are right in the middle, so to speak, of the fishbowl. They're in the middle of everything. So what Turkey is doing in the region is actually, I think about the way I look at it is the center, and it works out from there, because Turkey does have all around it countries that have problems, and Turkey is trying to work with all of them. And the issue with Syria, the amount of refugees that Turkey has taken in, and the amount of effort and the funding itself that Turkey has put forward to caring for people that are coming from Syria. It's very rare to see that anywhere else in the world. The U.S. isn't doing it. Israel isn't doing it. So Turkey is very commendable on the works they're doing around the world. The other thing that Turkey is doing, and I know I've had discussions with a few people that say, well, why is it called the Turkish Islamic Union? And there are a lot of people that want peace. There are a lot of people that don't want a war, but we don't have very many people standing up and taking the lead in that, saying, look, we've got to come together. We've got to talk. All of us have got to sit down. We've got to talk. We've got to find out what makes each other tick. We've got to find out where we can work together, how we can work together, with what we have to work together. And Turkey's doing that with a lot of countries. This is, as far as the big brother role, I would think that is about the most important that any country can do, is to actually be an example themselves of what they would like to see happen. And that a lot happens in Turkey. Even when you look at the economy in Turkey, you've had 4% gains overall in GDP.
Yes.
And when you look at the world economy, that is really good. We had Turkey had 1 month, I think it was June, that was 12% overall rise in GDP in 1 month, which was just monthly. But that is astronomical for a country. So the economy of Turkey is also something to look up to. The democracy in Turkey, I think, is a very good model too, because when you look at the democracy per se in the U.S., I myself, knowing what I do of Turkey and knowing what I do of the U.S., I think Turkey actually has a more open democracy than we do here in the States. So I think there's a lot of ways Turkey can have a role in the Middle East.
Yeah. By the way, the amount of the refugees is exceeding almost 130,000 people that's already escaped from Syria to Turkey, and Turkey like maintaining all the infrastructure, food, and everything they need now in Turkey. Turkey is playing a good role for being a big brother.